If you want to resize images in Photoshop, there are two different ways to do it, and choosing the right one depends on what you want to change. In this video, I'll show you how to resize the entire image file, and then I'll show you how to resize a single layer without changing the full canvas. If this tutorial helps, please hit the like button and subscribe for more easy Photoshop tutorials. Let's get started. First, let's cover the method for resizing the entire image file. This is the best option when you want to change the overall document size, adjust the resolution, or prepare an image for printing or for web use. To do that, go up to the top menu bar, click Image, and then choose Image Size. You can also use the shortcut Ctrl+Alt+I on Windows or Command+Option+I on Mac. When the image size box opens, take a look at the link icon between the width and height settings. Make sure that chain link is turned on. This locks the aspect ratio, which means Photoshop will keep your image from getting stretched, squished, or warped when you change the size. This is really important if you want your image to stay natural and proportional. Next, choose the correct measurement units for your project. If you're working for digital use, social media, or a website, switch the units to pixels. If you're preparing something for print, you may want inches or centimeters instead. The units you choose will help you size the image more accurately for your final output. Now type your new values into the width or height box. As soon as you change one side, Photoshop will automatically update the other side because the proportions are locked. This makes it easy to resize the whole image without guessing. You should also check the resolution setting. If you're creating something for screens, 72 pixels per inch is usually fine. But if you're resizing for high quality printing, set the resolution to 300 pixels per inch. That gives you much better detail when the image is printed on paper. Once everything looks correct, click OK. Photoshop will apply the new dimensions to the full image file and your document will now reflect the updated size. Now let's move on to the second method, which is resizing a single layer. This is the better choice when you have a photo, logo, or graphic sitting on top of your canvas and you want to scale just that one element without changing the entire document size. To do this, go to the Layers panel on the right side of Photoshop and click on the exact layer you want to resize. Make sure you've selected the correct layer before continuing because Free Transform only works on the active layer. Then press Ctrl+T on Windows or Command+T on Mac to activate Free Transform. You'll see a bounding box appear around the layer. This box gives you control over the size and position of the selected image or object. To resize it, click and drag one of the corner handles inward to make it smaller or outward to make it larger. Photoshop usually keeps the proportions locked automatically so the layer stays scaled correctly as you drag. If you actually want to stretch or distort the layer on purpose, hold the Shift key while dragging a corner handle. That gives you more control when you need a custom look, but for most cases, you'll want to keep the proportions normal. You can also move the image while you're resizing it. Just click and drag from inside the bounding box to reposition it on the canvas. This is helpful if you need the layer centered or aligned in a different spot. When you're happy with the size and placement, press Enter on your keyboard or click the checkmark icon in the top options bar to apply the transformation. That will save your changes and finalize the new size for that layer. So just to recap, use image size when you want to resize the full document and use Free Transform when you only want to resize one layer. Knowing the difference will save you a lot of time and help you work much more efficiently in Photoshop. If this Photoshop tutorial was helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more step-by-step editing tips. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.